4 years after Hungary's red mud disaster, environmental activists are sounding the alarm about another reservoir on the banks of the Danube, right on the border with Slovakia. Some 6 million tons of poisonous sludge are held here, the result of alumina production during the communist era. Loaded with harmful heavy metals, this mud is seeping into the surrounding area. György Dropa says one Hungarian company is compounding the risks by adding further toxic material to the mud under the guise of waste treatment.
The
problem with this reservoir is not only the red mud that is there, there's also a company that's experimenting with waste recycling, and it's received permission to carry out these experiments and deposit even more hazardous waste.
Tata Industries, the company behind the project, insists, however, that everything is being done by the rules. Having obtained permits from the government, it covers the sludge with a compost made of industrial and household waste to prevent the dried mud from turning into toxic dust.
The waste that comes here can produce artificial soil that contains all the minerals necessary for life and different nutrients for plants. There's sewage, which makes up the bulk of the reprocessed waste, contaminated soil, and industrial waste that you can see behind me. And it is with a well-proportioned mix of all these elements that we create this artificial soil with which we cover the red mud reservoirs.
Most of the reservoirs here are now invisible under a new layer of grass and woodland, and wildlife has returned. But Greenpeace environmental activists warn about the poison that's still lurking below the surface.
We don't think they do a real recycling. That was our claim, that they, in reality, we say that they're not recycling waste, but they're mixing waste. And mixing different kind of hazardous waste is illegal under EU law.
Brussels has even waded in on the debate, and a decision is still pending over whether Hungary has failed to comply with EU legislation on waste management at the reservoir.